baby. And let's talk about it, man. J5 just did an awesome interview with Life in Football. If you guys did not check out the interview, definitely go check that interview out. J5 is that guy, man. When I see J5, man, he give me those Deshaun Jackson vibes, man. He gives me the Deshaun Jackson 5. I'm talking about just ready to get off, ready to do some crazy unique things, man. But just be on the lookout, man. Jimmy Horn Jr., man, he's ready to take off, man. If y'all didn't see J5 interview with Life in Football, man, I definitely recommend you go see that. He talks about his journey from high school to Colorado. So if you haven't got a chance to check out J5, Jimmy Horn Jr., I definitely suggest you go check that out, man, because Jimmy Horn Jr. is that guy. I'm talking about give you that real Deshaun Jackson vibes. All purpose. Talking about just getting off. Like kick return, punt return, slot receiver, just ready to rock out. What up, Ellen? Ellen in this thing, LMV, baby. But yeah, man, Jimmy Horn Jr., man, he gives you those Deshaun Jackson vibes, man. I am so ready to see this guy take off at Colorado. If you haven't seen his film, man, check it out, man. At USF. I don't know why those three letters always give me tongue twisted, but man, Mitch love to see these players do interviews with these Colorado creators. Uh, Me personally, I don't have any interviews set up. That's something I'm gonna get to in the future, but right now I'm just really just focused on helping my channel grow. I want to do some player interviews, but just not right now. It's not my focus. So, but man, what an awesome video we got to. An awesome interview we got to see of Jimmy Horn Jr. Just going over, his timeline of how he got to Colorado, what's his goals. Just super excited, man. Just super excited for Jimmy Horn Jr. He want to average 82 yards per game, which is big time, right? To average 82 yards in a game at the collegiate level, man, that's big time numbers, man. I know he can do it. I can see him doing it, man, and just super excited, man, about it. Um, but yeah, it's just a blessing, man. Just a blessing to see J5 redo his interview with Life in Football. Him go more in depth about his journey to Colorado. All the players are coming back to Colorado today to start fall camp. They got meetings tomorrow. So just wish all them safe travels back to Colorado for the ones who's not in Colorado yet. Also, Dylan Edwards did an interview with DNVR at the same time as Jimmy Horn. So it's a blessing to see some of these Colorado players doing interviews before fall camp start because one thing we know for sure, the main thing is about to be the main thing, and it's about to get going on Wednesday. So players return today. Tomorrow they got meetings and all that fun stuff. And then that next day on Wednesday, it is on and live, baby. So be ready, man. This is Rob the Man Media, baby. And if if you haven't been tuned to the channel, man, make sure you guys check out some of my recent videos. Um, I might jump on a couple shows this week. Not sure which ones just yet. You never know where you're gonna see me at, where I might pop up at, whose show I might be on. So always stay tuned. I rock with all the content creators of Colorado, even the ones that's not Colorado content, like Coach Hayes. I rock with them. So, if you on the if you on the show, just make sure you support. It's nothing but love. As always, man. But Jimmy Horn Jr. is going to be that guy this year. I'm ready to see him take off. I think that he can be a one and done this year. Him living up to his goals, his dreams, and him definitely being able to take it to another level. So I'm expecting big things out of Jimmy Horn Jr. I do got him as a third leading receiver on Colorado, but he can hands down be the number one receiver by the time the season ends, man. Just having Shador there to throw the ball to him, man. It's a blessing. It's lovely because you got an accurate quarterback that can give him the ball. And anytime you can get the ball to Jimmy Horn Jr. in space, man, it's gonna be a problem because he can take that thing to the distance real fast. If you win right now, drop where you listening from. I just want to see what states, what cities you listening from. I always like to salute to everybody that's on my channel. I thank you guys for supporting the channel. So just drop where you from, what city you from, so I can shout you out. But yeah, Jimmy Horton Jr. is going to be that guy, man. I'm ready to see that first kickoff punt return from Jimmy Horton Jr. I got a feeling he gonna take one of them to the house. Uh, my prediction, first game, TCU, you're gonna see Jimmy Horn and Dylan Edwards back there for that kickoff return. For that first kickoff return, you're gonna see them both of them boys. And if that thing go to J5, I can see J5 taking it to the house. Florida Lauderdale in the building. Let's get it. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what J5 got in store. You guys think that he did something that, as South Florida, he's got some major things that he's gonna do at Colorado. What he's gonna do at Colorado is gonna be even more and on a bigger bigger platform. Sorry, my words getting tongue tied right now. Bigger platform at Colorado than it was at South Florida. So be ready. What up, Al Love? What it do, man? I hope everybody having a great day. I'm enjoying this beautiful Monday. We got to see an awesome interview by J5. For some of you guys that didn't see J5, you probably was on the Dylan Edwards interview. But man, those two did a great interview. I was watching both of them simultaneously on two different devices, so I got to check out both of them. But man, J5, that's my guy, man. He is one of my breakout players I got for the season on offense. So I'm definitely super excited about that one because he is one of those people that I really have. Um, you so excited you can't speak, man. That's how excited I am, man. That's how you know how excited I am and I'm ready for the season. Cause man, the content that I'm about to produce for you guys is gonna be crazy. Where I'm gonna be going live at is gonna be crazy. I'm just trying to, man. I'm trying to knock through the door, knock through windows, and really excel and take off this year. This is a big year for me, personally as a content creator, to grow my channel to a different level, and I want to bring you guys something different that a lot of people don't get to bring to you. So I am super stoked, super excited about this season that I'm getting tongue tied, tongue twisted over here just speaking, man. Sometimes some people say I speak too fast or they can't understand me because of that Midwest in me. Being from St. Louis, man, I just go crazy. What up, Lawrence? Dallas in the building. Keep it going, Rob. Your channel will grow. There is going to be enough football to go around. Oh, definitely. And that's one of the things that I always say, man. And that's why it's like you guys always see me on everybody's channel. You always see me support other channels just because, man, there's so much content to go around that, you know, you never know how things are gonna go, how things can move, what blessings that you might get. Because you never know who's in the chat. Just like, if you was watching a J5 interview, right? You had a lot of Colorado football players in that chat, right? And you comment, you comment, you comment. You never know who's gonna click on your page and be like, yo, I want to set up an interview with this dude. I want to bless this dude with an interview. I want to bless him with the opportunity that he don't have right now. So, you always want to be, what you say, what you do, how you act, how you move, that goes a long way. And, you don't put negative stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? Because the minute you put negative stuff out there, it always goes wrong. So, it's some of the things that, as I grow in life, I'm starting to see things for differently than what I used to see 10 or 15 years ago when I was a football player, right? I'm always gonna bring that football mindset of like, man, when I was playing, bam, I would have did this, I would have did that. But then going back and looking at it, you know, it really changed my mind and perspective on like, man, the way you move and the way you interact, all it takes is for one player, for one opportunity, for one blessing to change everything for you. You don't know where that blessing is going to come from. You don't know who that support is going to come from. Only thing you can do is just get on here, produce content every day, jump online, right? Because for a while, I was just dropping videos. I wouldn't get on live. And then I was like, man, you know what, man? Let me get on live so people can see my face, so people can hear my voice. So then now I was on all these shows, and like, bro, people's like, man, where you come from? Like, I didn't know you was on all these shows. Da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, it's something that I always love to do. I love talking sports in general. So it ain't for me. It ain't just about football. I love talking about sports in general. We could talk about any sports, anything, because that's just who I am. I just love to talk, right? You know, um, probably in a couple weeks, I'm gonna have it open up to like when I go on live for all you guys to interact and come up and be able to talk, express your points to get the dialogue, right? Because I'm big on like let's create dialogue so we have more things to talk about. Let's have spin-offs so that gives more things to talk about. So when I look at things, I don't want you just to get it from my point of view, but I just want to everybody be able to put their point of view on my channel, right? Because I'm all about the people. I can't always be like, man, I'm gonna create this content and give my opinion and then don't let nobody else voice their opinion. What's the point, right? We want to create good content, right? We want to be able to create something that people can come back and watch. People can see the dialogue. And so, like for me, right, I got a lot of backlash for the Coach Hayes show of the depth chart, right? Because of like I was talking just football in general about Cormani. But it's like if you play football, you understand football, you understand the like what's gonna like things that's gonna happen, the road that you gotta go through, and some of those people don't think about those things. They're like, oh man, he's a 5-star, he got this number, yada yada yada. And it's like, slow down, hold your brakes. So I always make sure that like when I do things, man, I like to do things uniquely different. I like to give you guys a voice, right? Because every voice matters, right? That's what really helps the channel grow, right? I just appreciate you guys for always, being there supporting me when I go live. Always, if you guys can share, like, comment, like, those things help me help the channel grow. So, but that's a little bit of my saga. Sorry, I'm gonna get back on topic. But back to J5. My expectations for J5, I do I do have J5 having over 1,000 yards receiving this year. I have him scoring a couple punt returns and kick returns. I just expect him to do a lot of great things this year on the field. Um, those are those Canes fans still mad about Cormani coming to United. Yeah. Hey, it's always fun. It's always fun going back with Coach Hayes, man. I'll tell you like this. A lot of people, speaking of that, a lot of people think like Coach Hayes made me say something. Coach Hayes did not make me say anything. Like me and Coach Hayes, we had a hour, close to 2 hour conversation, right? Before we even got on live. So we talked about this the night before. We talked the day of. Like literally, when I tell you, like Coach Hayes switched the topic on me, and I didn't know until 30 minutes before we went live. I legit did not know like the topic until 30 minutes before because we talked about something completely different. And literally 30 minutes before we went live, like I was boom, had to get everything in line. Make sure I was speaking, understand what I was speaking about, right? Because the topic that we originally was talking about was just what was the expectation in Colorado. We were gonna do a game breakdown, and he switched and flipped the whole script on me and was like, "Yo, we talking about the depth chart." And so when you guys found out about we were talking about the depth chart, I found out we were talking about the depth chart because that wasn't a conversation. But salute to Coach Hayes, man. I thank him for allowing me to be on his platform, just like Big Dog Chico, like Life in Football with Colin, John the Liquidator. It's always love when I'm in the building, and salute to them because they didn't have to do that, but it took Coach Hayes doing it first for everybody else to be open to doing it. So I just salute them because without them, I wouldn't have the channel where I'm at, and it's gonna go to a different level. I am gonna bring you different content that most people gonna have, because I am one of the content creators that's here in Colorado. That's one of the benefits of being in Colorado is I can bring you guys something that a lot of people can get their hands on. So I am looking to talk with Darius and Bucky. I'm trying to do something exclusive with them. Stay tuned to that. If you guys don't follow my media page on Twitter, it is Rob the Man Media. I will be dropping something on Twitter when they get back to me. So I got some things planned out in the works to drop something super, super different. Like I said, I am working my way up to Boulder. To try to get some content for the fall camp and not just what reached the people and well off drop, but I'm trying to get something where you guys didn't see that I got to see, that I got to witness, that I can commentate on, and that we can watch live together. So be in tune, man. I think, like I said, I thank you guys for supporting the channel, but we do got some things coming. I know them Cormati is still learning the playbook and transition college life, uh, but yeah, like I said, man, it's all fun and games, man. I love going on Coach Hayes' show, talking football. Love getting the fans riled up, talking about Kermani, talking about hang the phone up, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I love all that talk, man. It's good dialogue, because at the end of the day, if you ain't turned the film on, you ain't really studied the game, you don't understand what's really going on, you're a fan or student of the game, you're going to say whatever you want to say, right? But put the work in, put the research in. Don't just say things and don't have a why. And that's where a lot of people go wrong at is a lot of people say things, but then they can't tell you why. Anytime that I'm telling you something, I always like to give you the why behind the why, because that's the person who I am. I like when you tell me something, you got better tell me why. Because if you don't, I'm gonna question you why. Like, why do you think that? Right? Like, what if something happened? Why is this? So I'm a why behind the why person. So I always like to explain the why behind the why if something happened. Just due to the fact of I'm not gonna just put my name on something. If I put my name on something, I want to better explain why I said that, because if you understand the dialogue of why I'm saying this, you'll understand my point of view. So, like I said, it's all fun and games with those Canes fans. I know they be drinking that Canes juice and all that blase. But when it come down to it, them pass come on, football's about to be played. August is tomorrow. We gonna find out a lot of things because August 1st is tomorrow. It's up. The pass come on August 2nd. Conditioning the first 3 days. Full pass that weekend. So, hey, we ready. We coming. So I'm just super excited, man. I'll love not too much of my fellow Canes fans. I'm just playing. Hey, listen, I'm not here to bash the Canes fans at all. I actually love them, right? But they do sip a lot of that cane juice. We gonna leave that for another day. I ain't gonna hate on them, but we are talking about Jimmy Horn Jr. and the Colorado Buffaloes, baby. So, with Jimmy Horn, man, you can expect a lot of great things out of him this season. You can expect a lot of great things out of the entire football roster this season. I wish J5 would have elaborated more on what his expectation was for the season, but it is what it is because that's what he got us here for. We'll speak for him. We will speak for him. Um, Rob the Man, can you speak on the post? What you mean? What you mean, Lawrence? Hey, Miss Jennifer, on D post. I'm confused. Speak on that, Lawrence, so I can know what you're talking about. I definitely speak on it. You know me, I don't care. But J5, if y'all ain't seen if you guys ever watched NFL football and you seen Deshaun Jackson with the Philadelphia Eagles, Washington, that's who Jimmy Horn Jr. give me vibes of. Like, getting loose, getting out of there, hitting him on that fly pattern. I'm ready to see Jimmy Horn on the fly pattern. Because like you said, when he was at USF, they never really threw him a deep ball. It was just a quick slam, boom, get him out of there. Quick screen, get him out of there. I'm ready to see him on a fly pattern and take off. But I'm still confused about this D post. What is this D post, Lawrence? Let me know what you talking about in this D post. Um, they got me thrown off. But Jimmy Horn Jr. I'm super ready to see. I'm super excited and ready to see him. Oh, the Denver Post hate. Yeah. So speaking about the Denver Post hate, um, the hatred is real, man. I'm just gonna say that the hatred is real. Uh, the Denver Post hates CU. The articles they post is out of pocket, and I hope Coach Brown. Yeah. So I'll be honest, right? Denver is not really a supporter of college teams. They really not. They support the Denver Broncos and Denver Nuggets, and that's all they really care about. They don't really support the Rockies. They don't support CU. They don't support the CSU Rams, which is pretty much the two top D1 schools here, right? We got three D1 schools here in Colorado, but they don't really rock with Coach Prime. Um, and the reason why they don't really rock with Coach Prime is that they like it's like everybody else, right? Start talking about the skin of color, they don't want to see that person be elevated, see them win. They want to see somebody else that's not the skin of color, succeed. Coach Prime is so real and so like he's gonna be honest with you. You right? And so when people hate, sometimes people hate honesty because Coach Prime gonna give you that honesty, but it's like, well, I don't see that point of view. I see you only winning 3 games because I'm gonna go with what Vegas got. Is Vegas always right? No, right? If like Vegas is meant for you to have Vegas creates dialogue for people, right? They created dialogue for Colorado. That's why the Pac-12 ranked Colorado as the 11th best team in the Pac-12 because of Vegas. And the media day was in Vegas. So it's like, bro, what information do you have to go off of to say Colorado's the 11th best team? Um, the Denver Post, man, I like nobody really reads them, so nobody really pays attention to them, and that's why you always see a lot of people having content about them. I see those things because it's something to talk about, but in reality, like the Denver Post really not doing they due diligence and they not doing a homework and a research on Colorado. That's why the DNVR, is covering Colorado instead of the Denver Post, due to the fact that DNVR is the best. Um, Rob, you need to get some love. Ralph Lauren needs to give you some love for the. Hey, listen, man. If they want to go ahead and sponsor your boy, hey, I'm always looking for sponsors, right? Always looking for sponsors to help the channel grow. Have you seen most of my posts? I do have on polo shirts or a polo hat majority of the time. So if you on to my channel, you always see me. But yeah, hey, I'm always looking for somebody to sponsor my channel. Salute to them. I'll read out whatever script, whatever they need me to do. But I'm always looking for that, opportunity. So if you guys know somebody that's looking to sponsor, let me know, and we can get it going. They can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. So we good. What Denver Post doesn't understand that we get left in the dust. They don't think to see the army of. Yeah. So what I don't understand in Denver Post, this is what I don't understand. If you want more people to support you, you should be supporting Coach Prime right now. Because if you look at anybody's channel that's covered Coach Prime, what has their channel done? What has their business done? It's grown astronomically through the roof, right? Lawrence, it's like booking Hitman Holler. What happens when you book Hitman Holler? Like that's what it is. You know what you're gonna get. You know what type of money. If you guys don't know who Hitman Holler is, he's a battle rap. He's from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis. I know Hitman Holler personally. He went to a rival school, Hazelwood East. I went to Jennings, so I know Hitman Holler before he was Hitman Holla. Just say that. So I know a little bit more history about him, but that's beside the point. But it's just when you got somebody that's super marketable and that's bringing astronomical dollars to an area, like I tell you this, Coach Prime value to Colorado in general has grown through the roof. He's changed the economy here so much because now you have to pay even more money to get closer to Boulder, right? Just because of Coach Prime, because they're like, well, we know all these people gonna come, so boom, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll say one thing that Coach Prime helped with is right. A lot of people moved out of the Boulder area and started renting out their houses for Airbnbs because they know how much like visitors Coach Prime is generating on a day-to-day basis. How many people want to be close to the Boulder area? So the Denver Post, they're they're delusional. They're freaking delusional. Why they don't support Coach Prime? They should be the number one person that's supporting Coach Prime, but they're not. They rather blow up stories that national people are talking about than talk about what's really going on in Boulder and put in a positive light. It's so many positive things that Coach Prime has done to help the city of Boulder, to help the state of Colorado, and a lot of people don't think about those things because they just are in their feelings. And it's like, why do you hate Coach Prime? A lot of people can't even tell you why they hate him. They don't like Coach Prime because they don't like how he's able to move these things and accelerate things in a fast pace because people see CU as one thing and it's something completely different. I'll tell you this. A lot of people that said the Denver Post graduated from CU. And it's scary because CU ain't been relevant in 20 years, and you finally got somebody that can bring relevancy back to Colorado. But here's the thing at the Denver Post. They didn't want it to be somebody with the skin color to be the one that changed it. That's what it was about. And Coach Prime and his power and what he's changing, the way the landscape of the campus is changing, the way the diversity of the campus is going, the growth in the numbers of education is growing. People don't want to see that because they wanted to keep it predominantly white, right? These are the most black players they didn't had on a football team in a long time. So seeing the power change it's got people in an uproar because they're not used to seeing this. They're not used to seeing black domination. You know, CU was never a school like if you talk to a lot of minority players, you're not seeing minority players go to Boulder. So to see it now and to see that people are so happy to go there and to see all the out of state people come here is a blessing. But here's the thing that a lot of people hate. People feel like Colorado, he should be recruiting more Colorado players. And that's why the Denver Post really, really, truly hates him. Well, a lot of these Colorado players are not up to standards to play for CU Boulder. Let's just keep it real. Like if you go to a football game here and you go to a football game down south, I don't care. You can pick a state. You can go Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, Florida. You can pick any one of those states. Go to one of those games. I don't care what class. And then come to a game here in Colorado. You're going to see a big difference in the landscape of football because everything is 2 or 3 years behind as far as development go in Colorado. So if you do have a big time player, majority of the big time players, they leave. If by their freshman, end of their sophomore year, if they're calling you big time, they're out of here. You don't really see a lot of big time players. It's going to be interesting to see now will big time players stay here in the state of Colorado, knowing that Coach Prime is here and they will be able to have opportunity to go to Colorado and they can just dominate Colorado. Those are going to be the most interesting things to see because of Coach Prime and the way he's doing things in the state of Colorado. Not everybody's happy about it. You start to think they make man, everybody should be happy for Coach Prime. But if you really look at like you can, I don't care what content creator you hit up that talk about CU football, ask them what demographic of those people are from in the state of Colorado. It's not that many. You see a lot of people from every place outside of Colorado tuned in to content creators talking about CU football, which is crazy to believe, but that's just what it is. If they not hating you, then you're not doing something right. Amount of professional. So look, which is totally true. It's totally true. Like you, like haters is what grow you because it keeps you on edge. But it's always a point to, you know, bring them to a different level. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Denver Post is gonna eat their words. Watch after this first game against TCU, the Denver Post are gonna eat a lot of their words because they were unhappy that a bunch of players that were long-term players that they seen should be playing are players like I'll say this. A lot of CU's roster from last year were a lot of kids that parents played at CU that Coach Prime got out of the program because they didn't deserve to be there. They should have never been there. And I always say this 75 to 85% of their roster should have never been at Colorado at all. And that's not for me to take away from any 17, 18, 19-year-old kid. It's just speaking the truth because you're talking about a Power 5 level. Like this is different. This is elite level. This is not the group of five. This is not HBCU, right? And so a lot of these players that were here should have never been at this level. And if you follow them in the transfer portal, you can see a lot of those players did not go to a Power 5 school. They went to a group of five, or they went to HBCU, or they went to an FCS school. That's just the honest God truth. So the hatred of Coach Prime is unwanted, but it just creates dialogue and it creates bulletin board material. And that's what I love about it because now you give them something to go put on the bulletin board and say, all right, listen, remember, they said this about you. Remember, they said you wasn't good enough. Remember, they said you was a 3-star. Man, listen, once you step foot in college, that 5-star, 3-star, 4-star, that don't mean nothing. You got to go earn it. You got to go show, right, what it is. You know, because the truth of the matter is what you going to do on this field is the only thing that matters. Keep the main thing the main thing. We going to put our helmets, our shoulder pads, our shoes on exactly where every other team is. We just got more dog and more fight in us. And that's what a lot of people are forgetting. Oh, anytime, Lawrence, man. Anytime, man. I need to link up with you, get your number, man, so we can talk. But yeah, I mean, if you really watch Colorado football, it really truly does remind you of Remember the Titans. It really does. Like the way they're gonna film this, the way this gonna go, by the time the ending of this, you're gonna think of Remember the Titans. Now, we don't want no car accident or anything like that from Remember the Titans. But the chemistry, the diversity of what Coach Prime is doing you will think of Remember the Titans. You be like, dang, man, it's like deja vu. Like they literally made a movie about what Coach Prime is doing right now before time, and we seen this in real life. Like that's what you get. So I'm just ready. I'm super excited. Like I said, man, the way that the people are hating on Coach Prime and the negative things they say I said about Coach Prime, a lot of these people really not doing their homework. They just want to see Coach Prime fail. And they don't even have a reason why. It's just, well, so-and-so and so-and-so said, man, they only going to have 3 wins. So-and-so and so-and-so said, they don't got good enough players. They too smart. They this, they that. But it's truly not that. Like, they got a bunch of dogs. But the minute you say, Carl got a bunch of dogs, they like, man, define what a dog is. Man, you know what a dog is, man. You know when you see a player get off what time it is. But there's a lot of people out here that they don't get that part. They just like, man, you say this person a dog, but he was second string, he was third string. All right, so if a dog sitting behind another dog, what do you expect? You know, if you sit behind an NFL player, but you a dog and you can get to NFL, Like, what do you expect? Not everybody's gonna play. That's why the game is so unique. That's why the game is so interesting. That's why the game is so fun because you never know what you're gonna see. Like, it's everything's at a different level. So what you expect might happen, might not happen. Because every day is gonna be something different. Every day there's gonna be a new expectation. Every day there's gonna be some that's gonna excite you, that's gonna get you happy, right? We can all go look at Reach the People or Well Off Media, and something out of that video and got you hyped. Like, man, I cannot wait, boy. When we see TCU, whoo, it is on, boy. Let's go, right? And you can see how everybody in Texas right now downplaying Colorado. Oh man, TCU about to smoke them by 40. Man, put your money where your mouth is. If you think Coach Prime is losing by 40, you are crazy. Show me one game where Coach Prime lost by 40. It ain't happening. Not saying that it can't, but what we have and the quarterback that we have, I don't see that happening. And so put your money where your mouth is. So the people that hate on Coach Prime, I love it. But for me, a lot of them can't explain why. There's been plenty of times people wrote articles about Coach Prime this, Coach Prime that, Coach Prime brought in too many new players, Coach Prime that. Why are y'all so worried about what went out? Why not talk about what came in, right? Talk about what came in, right? Talk about the Jimmy Horns. Talk about the Weavers. Talk about the Javon Antonios. Talk about the Cormanis, right? The Roger Wards, the Travis Jays, the Bishop Thomas, the B. Gant. Like, talk about these people, right? Everybody's ready to write a negative article, but they not ready to write a positive article. Why? Right? Spread the positivity and love, but here's what I say. You're going to have to give Coach Prime his flowers. You're going to have to give it to him. You might not want to, but you have to give it to him because it's coming. We coming. And so when you start to changing narratives and start to say this and say that, listen, man, take it one day at a time because guess what? September 2nd is coming. And when September 2nd comes, you gonna watch it, big game at noon. You gonna watch that. And when you get done watching that, what are you gonna have to say now? Because guess what? Coach Prime them, they keep receipts. I keep receipts. I'm keeping receipts. Because soon as this happens, I'm gonna be the first person on live. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, family. Let's talk about it, family. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be live. I'm going pregame, postgame, halftime. I will be live for every Colorado game. You can book it. You can count it. I'm going to be live. So be ready. I might be live from some games. I might be live from home. I might be live anywhere. But I'm going live. Get ready for this show because I'm telling you right now, these people that think Coach Prime ain't going to win and all this hatred, right, it's going to fuel the winning at an even higher success rate, right? Because Coach Prime, Coach Prime went through this last year, right? So Shedeur, Travis, all the Jackson State boys, the Tyler Browns, the Cams, they went through this last year. They understand what it is. They know what it is. The coaching staff, right? Coach Mathis, Coach Hart, that was, at JSU, Barcelona. Like, they understand because we've already seen this at Jackson State. How many people was just betting on Coach Prime to lose at Jackson State? How many? Oh, man, they ain't going to beat them. Man, they going to lose. Oh, they going to lose this other. Like, dude, we beat the brakes out of them. Like, everybody. Everybody in that sweat, we beat the brakes out of them. But they want to see him lose at Jackson State. Hey, man, fam, you gonna beat them. First game, what we do first game? Beat them by 40. So if you don't expect Coach Prime gonna have them boys ready, they gonna be ready. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you nobody late for them meetings tomorrow. If you late tomorrow for meetings, I guarantee you, you might as well pack all your stuff up and go home because you ain't playing this season. I promise you. First message, Coach Prime is texting everybody. You better be on time, before time tomorrow. Hey, me start at 7 a.m., you better be there by 6:40 in your seat because if Coach Prime walks in that door and you ain't in your seat, see you. Go home. Matter of fact, I don't even care who you is. Turn your stuff in. If he punishes Kid, if he punished Shiloh, and he didn't even let him play in the championship game for being late to a meeting, what make you think he ain't gonna punish somebody else on the team that ain't his son? So, tell you right now, if they don't got their alarm set for tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, you can book it because you're gonna see deuces. See you. Bye-bye. I would love to see Rob the Man, TLP Sports, Life and Football, Dave Talk to do an ESPN Sports panel show. Man, listen. I'll say this. Anybody that bless me to be able to come on the show and talk football, talk Colorado Buffs, I'm there. I don't care where it is, right? I'm there. Let's do it because enough people, a lot of people like to see all the negative things and like shed light on the negative things. Like me, man, just keep it positive. Keep it positive because guess what? All the naysayers and all the negativity, you gonna have to talk. You gonna have to apologize. So you might as well talk positive because at the end of the day, if you say something negative, guess what's gonna happen? The minute they prove you wrong, people gonna be looking for you. Where you at? I'm looking for you. Pull up. You know. So it's just like when people got mad at me about Kermani, right? And I always talk about this. People got mad at me because I said, hey, Kermani might not start first game because of, hey, playbook, right? Understanding technique, understanding, formations. He may not start, but he's going to play a lot. And I got run through the ringer. But one of the things that they don't understand is the minute that first game come on and it happens, where you at now? You ain't got nothing to say. But we just talking ball. We just talking football. We're just being real. We're being honest, right? Sometimes, man, you got to understand the little things of the game and what it presents to itself because a lot of people forget about the little things. And it's like the little things are what matter more than the big things, right? If you come out of backpedal wrong, if you're using the wrong technique against a wide receiver, right? If you don't understand formations and you press when you're supposed to be in the zone, right? Those things matter. So those are the things that I look at. It's not saying that Kermani can't get caught up on the playbook, but when you miss majority of the spring and the summer, that is valuable time for a football team. It's not saying that you can't play or that you won't be able to do things, but you gotta get caught up to everything because now you're at the Power 5 level. Every little thing matter. Everybody has to be on the same on court, So be ready. Get your popcorn ready. Whatever drink you're gonna be drinking for game day. I'm not gonna tell you what to drink, but whatever you want to drink, if that's water, juice, soda, whatever you want to put in your special cup, be ready. Cause man, get ready to have your cookout, barbecue ready. Get ready for everything because when September 2nd come, nothing else is gonna matter. You gonna see Colorado football at its best. And best believe when you hear "Give me my theme music," it's gonna be on and popping because we are coming and we ain't that far away. I'm ready to see if Coach Prime sticks with the Yang Twins for theme music or if he's gonna switch it up. Right? I wasn't a fan of the Yang Twins for "Give Me My Music," but "Give Me My Theme Music" is coming. Sometimes, honestly, going out the window is. Man, listen. I'm just ready to see, man. This first speech that Coach Prime give at the first speech tomorrow is going viral. Mark my words. The first speech of fall is going viral before meetings. I'm telling you right now. When they drop it tomorrow on Instagram, because they're gonna drop it on Instagram. It's going viral. I don't know what Coach Prime gonna say, but I know whatever he about to say is going viral. Be ready for it, and it's gonna be powerful. The message tomorrow is gonna be powerful about what's gonna happen with this season. I'm glad the Colorado concoction. Oh man. But yes, the Colorado concoction will be ready September 2nd. Let's just say that, Ella. September 2nd, that Colorado concoction. But Coach Prime and his message tomorrow is going to be dynamic, powerful, and it's going to go viral. You can book it. But salute to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. I definitely wouldn't have a channel without you guys. If you want to leave a small donation, you can hit my Cash App. It is Rob the $RobTheMan10. Like I said, I salute you guys. I thank you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will be going live later on today. Not sure what time, but I will be going live. Stay tuned to that. You never know what time I'm gonna go live, what I'm gonna talk about, anything like that. If somebody drops some content on Coach Prime today, we will talk about it, family. I'm here. We can talk about anything. If you have any topics that you want to talk about, any questions about my media company, you can always hit me up on Twitter at RobTheManMedia. So follow me on Rob the Man Media. I do drop things all throughout the day on Twitter. Either I retweet or post something. So you can hit me up on Rob the Man Media. Like I said, if you have any questions, any comments, anything special requests that you want from out of the channel to help the channel grow, hit me up at Rob the Man Media on Twitter. If you'd like to drop a small donation, you can at $RobTheMan10. Thank you guys for tuning in and back with another one. This is Rob the Man Media, baby, and I'm out.